With the one that happened on Saturday, very thankful that up to 20 visitors can visit households. That makes a big difference. That allows, small groups to meet much more easily than before. Secondly, churches or religious groups can meet in community centres and schools again, subject obviously to what the community centres and schools rules and regulations are and whether they want you back or not, but that is now possible. So 50 in those places. Thirdly, external groups are allowed to use our church facilities once more, up to 20 people, not including parents and those supervising, and each of those groups needs a COVID-safe plan. And I think most significantly, on our reading of the regulations, it means that whereas in the past we could only have one group of up to 50 meeting on our church premises, the recent public health order allows multiple groups of 50 to meet on our church premises as long as they don't come into contact with each other at the same time. So I think they're the major changes we've seen in the public health order that came out last Friday. So from July the 1st, what we think is going to happen is that, again, 4 square metres continues to be the rule, but there's no upper limit. So that means that, let's say you've got 400 square metres for meeting space, you can have up to 100 people meeting. If you have 400 square metres in your main auditorium, 200 square metres elsewhere, you can 100 people meeting and 50 in the other room. So basically, that's the change. The 4 square metre rule still applies, but there's no upper limit to the number of people who can meet at the one time. I think churches should be thankful for the lifting of restrictions and the way God's been very kind in limiting the impact of coronavirus on our community. It has had an impact, but it's not been as bad as we've expected. But I guess what I might caution churches to do is, while being delighted by the lifting of restrictions, but things are moving so fast, I wonder if churches should just pause for a moment, analyse where we're at, and actually wait for a couple of more weeks, see what happens as we approach July 1, and make their more meaningful plans when we get to that point. So I think we really want to move back to our churches as soon as possible, but things are moving so rapidly, we don't want to put plans into place that we just have to change almost immediately. So a little bit of patience for the next week or so, I think, might be helpful.